Hey there, Justin Watry back here from ProSportsExtra.com. If you want to find everything there from MLB to NBA to NFL to WWE and everything extra, be sure to go to ProSportsExtra.com. You can find the Facebook page, the Twitter page, all that good stuff you know about it, Pro Sports Extra. But anyways, today we're going to be talking about WWE Smackdown. I don't know about you guys, but the past few months, not the best show if you ask me. I think a lot of it obviously has to do with what's going on in the world right now with the health and the no fans and all that stuff. So WWE's been doing their best, but it still suffered, and that's just calling it objectively. That's just how it's been. I'm sorry. I thought Raw's been pretty good here and there, but SmackDown, not so much. But luckily, they have recently gained about 400, 500, 600,000 viewers in some areas, and I'm going to tell you a few reasons why I think so. I did write a full column on it, ProSportsExtra.com. If you want to read the full column, this is just going to be a quick little rundown. The full column, again, ProSportsExtra.com. So I'm going to give a couple quick reasons right here. Number one, I think it's pretty obvious, the Thunderdome. Now, is it perfect? No. Does it have a few little things here and there? Of course it does. I mean, obviously we can all come up with our own little ideas in our own mind, but this is what WWE is doing right now, at least till the end of October. This is what they think is best, and honestly, it's made a huge difference. It actually feels like WWE again. It feels like there's fans there. It feels like the atmosphere is right. It actually feels like a show again. So I think they're doing something right there with Thunderdome. No, I don't think it's perfect, but again, with what they're dealing with right now, they're just kind of making the best of a bad situation. The second reason, of course, I don't think anyone's going to disagree with this. Roman Reigns is back, okay? He left sometime in March, I believe, right before WrestleMania. He was going to become the new Universal Champion. I think we all agree on that. Him and Goldberg, whether you think it was a dream match or not, it was a dream match to WWE. They were going to do it. Reigns was going to beat Goldberg for their top title. It was a great story. It's going to be all about Reigns returning to win the title that he never actually lost. So it all kind of got derailed a little bit, but we understand it. We get the situation. But now he's back, and you can argue one way or the other, but he is the top star in my mind. He is the top star in the entire company, probably the entire industry. Full-time guy, it's Roman Reigns. He is back without a doubt. The other reason I have here, I wrote down in the column, is out with the old. Now, it's a little confusing on the surface, but basically what it means is a lot of things that were going on in the empty arena era, as I called it, with the PC at the Performance Center. A lot of those guys kind of, Otis is the Money in the Bank ladder match winner. Okay, it was funny at first. And Miz and Morrison, even remember they got a match against Braun on pay-per-view. Does anyone remember that? Braun Strowman against Miz and Morrison. Nobody remembers that. But now that there's kind of some, freshness to the show again, some of those guys are kind of getting phased away to the side a little bit. It's like, okay, we kind of remember them. Remember Shorty G kind of got a little spot there, and even like King Corbin, and I think even Sheamus was a featured performer for a while. We all love those guys, but it just had a certain stench to it that it's like, okay, out with the old, and now my number 4 reason I have, in with the new. So now it's like, okay, now we're back here. Now we got the Thunderdome going. Roman Reigns is back. And look who's going to be in a pay-per-view match suddenly. Jey Uso. Obviously completely shocking. Nobody would have seen that coming. Nobody ever would have thought that in a million years. And another guy, Matt Riddle, suddenly is on TV. It's like, okay, cool. All right, Matt Riddle. All right. Obviously, he could be doing a little bit more with the bro stuff, but the bro stuff can only go so far. But hey, he's on TV getting everything like that. And then all of a sudden, we got Alexa Bliss. She's getting more time. The Fiend is doing a little bit something different than getting dragged down by Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman just showed up on Raw Underground, for crying out loud. Does anyone really even care about that part? Probably not. So at least SmackDown, again, it's out with the old, the guys we've seen the past few months in the empty arena Performance Center stuff. But now it's like in with the new. We got some new freshness, and of course, everything about Roman Reigns. He's a heel now, and it's like, hey, we actually got a show here we might care to watch. And the viewers backed it up. I explain again on ProSportsExtra.com in the column. You can read everything full there. And the last reason I give real quick, I'll explain it right here. The role models, Bayley and Sasha Banks. We can argue who's been the MVP the past 6 months during all of this going on. You can argue probably Asuka. You can make a case for Adam Cole for NXT. And you could make a case for a couple other different people that have really been carrying the show, especially the stud, Drew McIntyre on Raw. But there's only been one act that has been on all the shows and has been doing everything. That's Sasha Banks and Bayley, the role models. They've had all the gold, all the titles, all the feuds, all the storylines. They've been involved with everything. They've been carrying this stuff for the past 6 months, folks. I don't know what else you want me to tell you. They have greatly improved, and now with their breakup, it's must-see TV, and I think it's very intriguing. I think SmackDown is going to benefit big time on this, especially on Fox. So, again, that is the full column that you can read on ProSportsExtra.com. And until then, you remember what you got to do? Say, go, Pack, go. Go, Pack, go. Go, Pack, go.